It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welkom terug, is ingeskakel by jou goed voel ontbytprogram. Dis Expresso net op SABC3. Dis 'n lekker woensdag, middel van die week, al die pad afdraande na die naweek van hierdie punt af. But this morning we continue with our financial talks. We have our certified financial planner in studio, Grant van Zyl, and we're talking about a disability cover. We're sorting it out this morning.
And so in our last segment, talking to our certified financial planner friend, Grant van Zyl, we're talking about disability cover and how it is applicable to everyone out there in terms of your financial strategy, something that you should be thinking about. But I want to just quickly take it back quickly. Disability cover versus income protection. Are those two very, very fundamentally different things?
No, they're pretty much the same thing, but they have different benefits. So the one will be, like we said in the beginning, it's going to give you a lump sum, where the income protection is only going to pay you an income.
Yes.
So you would then have to continue to pay your debts off and all those different things. Yeah.
So let's talk about what to look out for when you are looking at income protection. What are the little things to look out for?
Okay, so the income protections was probably the most complicated out of the two. And there's quite a few different levels or tiers that you have to make sure you've ticked off to get the right benefit. So the first thing is, it's exactly the same as the lump sum disability. You're going to have different levels. So you're going to have your entry-level income protection all the way to the comprehensive.
Okay.
Make sure that you're getting the best one for your buck. Then within the income protection, you want to make sure that your income that you're insuring yourself for is going up at the same rate that your salary is going up at. Because you don't want to have a claim 10 years down the line, but your income protection was only 20,000 Rand, but your salary is now 40,000 Rand, for example.
Yeah.
So you obviously got a massive shortfall there. And lastly, at claim stage, if you're ever unfortunate enough to have a claim, you want to make sure that the income protection within the claim is going to go up with whatever you used to your salary going up at as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so otherwise what happens is it triggers at, let's say you earn 40,000 Rand, your income protection is 40,000 Rand, but it doesn't go up with inflation, so then eventually inflation is going to start eroding your capital as well.
So you do have a choice in that clause to say, I do want my income protection, should the unfortunate happen, to adjust according to inflation and maybe a certain percentage of increment with result of what my salary would have been.
And obviously the more you adjust, so the more you want it to go up by, it's going to be more expensive.
Yeah.
And then lastly, the other one, which is a little bit more obvious, is there's waiting periods that you would have to impose on your income protection. So you could choose, if you're a professional, 7-day waiting period before it kicks in, a 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, or a 12-month waiting period. Now, the longer the waiting period, the cheaper the benefit's going to be, because obviously it's going to be harder for that benefit to kick in. But most people, and what we try and teach people is try to take a 1 month waiting period, because if we can create an emergency account that covers you for a good month, then at least you don't need to take in the 7-day or whatever the case.
Yeah, with immediate effect. All right, let's talk some last words of advice from you.
So when it comes to disability cover, as you can see, there's multifaceted things that we've spoken about, and it's quite complicated. So make sure that you understand what your financial plan is giving you. But at the same time, if someone ever comes to you with a quote and they say, listen, I can give you better disability cover for a cheaper price, just make sure they're giving you the right information and they've compared your benefits correctly, because the last thing you want to do is go get a cheaper product and a cheaper quote, and you're not going to be getting your benefits that you're looking for. So it's, when it comes to disability cover, it's like cars once again. You want to pay for the right thing. So might need to pay a little bit extra than what you're willing to pay, but at least you know at claim stage it's going to trigger and look after you.
Yeah, and I think most importantly as well, to ensure that the person that is advising you on these matters is, firstly, somebody that is qualified and someone that you can trust, that you're going to be telling them, like I said, very intimate details about your life, and they're willing to take you as a person into consideration, not only be thinking about their own financial prosperity at the end of the day.
Totally, 100%. So that's going to be a very important thing, because remember, if you become disabled, that person is going to be walking a very close road to helping you submit those claims, helping you look after that money and all that sort of stuff.
Man.
So you really need to find someone that's going to look after your best interests at the end of the day.
I'm glad we've got a CFP like you as our friend, Ben.
Well, I'll try my best. Try to give back to the nation, hey?
What a man. What a gent.
Cool.
Grant van Zyl for Financial President. Is there even a post like that?
Financial Planner of the Year.
All right, well, I hope that did shed some light on the topic of disability cover, income protection, and all these little facets that you need to put together your own personal financial strategy.